Okay. So, let's see. Okay, they want a skunk girl. Another skunk girl. Okay. To the internet for references. Come on. Persephone, morphic. I'm not spelling right today. Jeez. Oh boy. There we go. Skunk girl. Enter. Okay. Images. Yeah, this will work. Okay. Alright, now just start sketching the head. And then, what the actual, hi. Hello? Yeah, I'm Persephone. Do I know you? Oh. Well, it's nice to meet you. No, I'm not frightened. Why would I be frightened? I'm surprised, if anything. Like, this is the first time I've ever met a monster in person. And, wow, you look amazing. But, like, how did you even get here in the first place? Like, I saw the flash of light come from my bookshelf, and, you paid a magician to open up a portal from your world into my world so you could come visit me. Alright, that checks out. I am very open-minded as an individual, and if you've been a fan of me for as long as you say you've been, then well, you know the kind of content I post out, but I think this is a little bit startling. Let me just get a drink of my Monster energy drink, Ultraviolet. Technically I shouldn't be drinking these, but I've missed the ultraviolet flavor, so anyway, why don't we I'm sorry. Why don't we go over this from the top? Hi, my name is Persephone Crestomancy. It's nice to meet you. What do they call you? I see. It's a really nice name. I like it. It definitely suits you, and wow. I'm sorry. I still find it hard to believe that I'm actually, talking to a monster right now. It's well, I mean, have I thought about meeting a monster? I mean, yeah, but I never thought it would actually happen. But again, I'm open-minded, but I'm sorry, I probably sound like an idiot right now. So, aside from wanting to see me, what brings you here? Do you like chocolate? Here. I got some dark chocolate dove hearts a few weeks ago, and I still had some left over. You're welcome to have some if you want. And I also got some Oreos. No, it's fine. I don't usually get guests. Excuse me. I don't usually get guests, so, your presence, although somewhat startling at first, is definitely welcome. And it is nice to meet you. I genuinely mean that. So, again, what brings you to my world? Oh, you wanted to ask me some questions? Sure, okay. I can do more than one thing. Yeah, I'm actually sketching a anthropomorphic skunk girl for a future ASMR. I find that drawing characters in advance helps with the process of making videos. Yeah, because I can't digital draw to save my life, so I have to draw all these characters by hand. It takes a lot longer, but it's worth it. And besides, it helps me improve my craft. So anyway, what did you want to ask me? I'm an open book, literally. I mean, there's a reason why I'm called the Book Dragon. I'm kidding. The reason why I'm called the Book Dragon is because if you look around, I have a lot of books. I like reading. Anyway, so what are some of your questions you have for me? What inspired me to make a YouTube channel? Ooh, that's a really good question. Well, my first channel I created it back when I was a kid. I was very young, very, very stupid, and, well, I had YouTube. I was allowed to go on that website as a kid, and I saw people making comic dubs and stuff like that, and so I wanted to try that as well. The first YouTube account I ever made was, I went by the name Jessica Smith, and my videos were very cringy, as all first videos are, I suppose. And, well, I don't know. I at least know that mine were cringeworthy, but you gotta start somewhere. And then a few years down the road, I eventually found ASMR. My introduction to that was Dark and Twisted Whisper. I think he's a wonderful ASMR artist, and he was my introduction into ASMR. Then fast forward a couple of years, and I meet someone. And over time, he encouraged me to make an ASMR account. And he even gave me a profile picture, and well, he had one made for me, and he helped me get my channel started. Then fast forward a few years later, and well, things happened, and I just felt the need to I grew into my YouTube channel, as it were. I gave up the name Avery Young, which was the name I was going by at the time when I met this person, and I eventually became Persephone Crestomancy, and I started this channel, the Book Dragon's Lair, November 11th of give me a sec. It's hard to remember, but luckily, I have my laptop with me, so just bear with me a little. I know it was November 11th, so let's see. Technology. We love it until it starts causing problems. Come on. But I've been on this channel ever since, and I just recently hit 1K. It really blows my mind that so many people like my work, and I'm glad that they do. I'm a creative person, and this channel is one of the ways that I can be creative. Here we go. So yes, my very first ASMR video, back when I was Avery, the channel officially started November 11th of 2020. Though the very first video I made before I decided to do ASMR was a random video from March 16th, 2018. So I hope that answers your question. I know I kind of went on a long rabbit trail, but what inspired me was the encouragement of that one person, and I've eventually grown, and I grew into this channel. I genuinely made it my own. And even when I was going through some rough phases of my life, my fans still supported me. And they welcomed the change of Avery to Persephone. And I'm very grateful for that. But yeah, does that answer your question? Okay. What are some other questions you have for me? If I could marry any one monster boy, what would he be? Oof. That's a really hard question. No, I'm serious, it is really hard because there's so many monsters to choose from, and I like a lot of different monster types. Well, sure, I like you. You're really nice. But, because, I mean, if I'm gonna get married to a monster, then I want it to work out for both of us, so... Like, I want to make sure it would work out between us. Because, you know, there's the habitat to consider, and of course the diet. But, if I had to choose a monster boy to marry... Excuse me? I think I'd probably go with a shapeshifter. Or a mimic. You know, something that can do sort of like a jack of all trades. Though I wouldn't mind doing it with other types of monsters, like, you know, a lamia, a harpy, an arachnera. I would if it were possible, I would totally swan dive into a pool of water if there was a mer boy waiting for me. Like, well, you know, my favorite Disney movie as a little girl was The Little Mermaid, and me and my family, we always joke that if I were going to be a monster, I'd probably be a mermaid, because I like the water. I love the ocean. I want to live like near or on the beach. That would make me happy. So, any other questions you got for me? Have I done a Yuki Onna or Nuke Kubi video? I have not done either of those monsters, but it sounds really interesting. That's a great idea, actually. I'll have to add them to my back burner list because I'm currently working on my one list. That's how I manage all my ASMR projects, because I get quite a few requests. Is I'll write them down on a list, and then I will work my way down the list. And if I have any original ASMR ideas, then I just write them down on the side, and I do the original ideas once I'm done with all the fan requests. And that's what works. But those sound like some really interesting monsters. I'll have to look them up and do some research on them, but we'll see. I could definitely try and make those happen. It'll just take a while since I'm still working through my lists. But, you know, it may take me longer to make ASMR videos, but I do the best that I can. And at the end of the day, that is the best that anyone can do. And yes, I may have quoted Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, but you know what? It's the truth. I can only do my best, and that's the best that I can do. So what's another question that you have for me? What monster scares me the most? I don't really think there's a monster that scares me. To be honest, it's... Like, I don't scare easy, but that being said, I'm also very picky about what kind of horror/thriller movies I watch. So, I suppose if I had to choose one, a special friend of mine sent me a picture of a statue, and this statue had a honeycomb over it because a small swarm of bees were making a hive over the head. That's pretty unnerving to me. He calls it a hive mind, which, not gonna lie, that would be a very terrifying monster to meet in D&D. But you know, does that answer your question? Okay, I'm sorry I couldn't give you a definitive answer except that one, but I'm just not really scared much of anything. But again, like I said, I'm very picky about the type of thriller / horror content I want. I watch, so there's also that to consider. What other questions do you have for me? What are some sources that I look at for inspiration? To tell you the truth, I get inspired really easy. Like, I get inspired from the books I read, what I watch, stuff I draw, what I look at online. I have Pinterest. Pinterest is a massive fountain for inspiration. I can get inspired even when I'm at work or I'm doing, like, something mundane. Like, there's a reason why I usually keep a notebook and a pen on hand, kind of like this notebook right here. I use this one for haikus, but I also use the backs of the pages to write down bits of inspiration that come to me. And I can get inspiration from anything. Movies, games that I play on my cell phone. I found this color puzzle game that I'm getting into recently that I really like. Like, some of the color names are just really creative. And, yeah, what I was saying about having a notebook and a pen is because if inspiration hits me, I want to be able to write it down. And heck, even if I don't have a notebook, but just a pen, I have had a habit of writing the inspiration down on my arms and on my legs. That way I have it and I can transcribe it to paper. Which, I mean, it's definitely a solution in sides. I'm washable, so it works out. I'll even write down inspiration on napkins. I have at least a few napkins here that I know I need to transcribe the inspiration down onto a notebook. Does that answer your question? Good, I'm glad. That's something. I collect a lot of pens, a lot of notebooks, a lot of books. I collect a lot of things, like playing cards, for example. I mean, the stuff that I get inspired by and the stuff that I like, I usually try and hoard it away in my bedroom. Well, I mean, look around my room. I got paintings, I got some pendants, I got signs, I got a mask, a calendar, poster that belonged to one of my old high school teachers who did English. She was always really nice. I liked her. Yeah, she was one of the good ones. So what other questions do you have for me? Oh, come on. You can tell me. I'm not going to judge. You're not... Sweetheart. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that was just Thomas, my clock. He was chiming. Yep. The clock's name is Thomas. He was just letting us know that it was 6 o'clock. The bongs? Well, Thomas is a very old clock. And I just recently got him wound up proper. So now that he tells proper time, his chimes are just a little off. But you know what? That's okay. Because Thomas is a good clock just the same. And he is a very old clock. I inherited Thomas from a family member. Thomas used to be in the living room where he wasn't wound up, and, well, when we did some spring cleaning, my brother handed me Thomas, and because I didn't know where else to put him, I just kind of put him in my bedroom, and so he's my clock now. But what other questions do you have for me? I told you I'm an open book, and I'm happy to answer your questions. Again, I'm glad to have you as a guest. where does my monster knowledge come from? Well, my very first introduction to the realm of monsters was through the anime Monster Musume. And then eventually, I found interspecies reviewers. Mostly my knowledge of monsters comes from the internet, like looking it up online, and reading. Like reading various fairy tales and folklore, and if I remember correctly, I have at least, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have at least 5. Oh, wait a minute. Hold it. No. I got at least 6 books on monsters and where they come from and their culture and etc. I've been gathering those books for a while now because I want to learn about every single type of monster there is. Because one of the things I pride myself on, with this channel at least, is that I try and give less well-known monsters their chance in the spotlight. Which I certainly try to do my best at that. But, does that answer your question? Good. That makes me happy to hear. Oh yeah, it is getting late. I didn't notice that. I guess the saying's true, you know, time flies by when you're having fun. So, tell me. Well, sorry, my mind is everywhere. My head kind of hurts a little bit. No, it's nothing. It's not your fault. Just sometimes hurts on occasion. But I have definitely enjoyed the questions that you've asked me, and I've enjoyed your company. You're a wonderful monster, and I honestly hope I hope that all monsters are as pleasant and as nice as you are. Mental note. Need to get some water as soon as I can, but... So, you have a way back to your world, right? I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to you staying, I just don't know where you'd sleep, and also I have no idea how my family would react. Yeah. They're nice people, but, yeah. It would be kind of surprising to, see a monster. I mean, they'd certainly be surprised again. Well, okay, good. You have a way back. Oh, that pendant around your neck. Okay, that makes sense. Hang on. Before you go, leaving, I want to give you something. Let's see, here it is. A copy of my book. Yeah, I wrote a book last year, and I'm currently working on another one. Here, I'll even autograph it for you. And, how do you spell your name? Okay, and there you go. It's, a little rough around the edges, but my next book will be a lot better. It'll be a lot more polished, I promise. I wouldn't be opposed to you visiting again. But maybe find a way to let me know that you're coming. That way, we can avoid any, surprises. Okay. Well, maybe you can discuss that with the magician you hired before. So, yeah. Goodbye for now, kind monster. What a nice monster. Hello everyone, Persephone Crestomancy here, and wow, I can't believe we finally made it. And in such a short amount of time, it seems. But here we are. This channel, the Book Dragon's Lair, has now hit 1K ASMR, 1,000 subscribers. Of course, now, as I am finishing up making this video, it's 1,004 subscribers, but still, it blows my mind how far this channel has come. Since I started with one random ASMR video that I recorded out on the front porch in the cold, with no picture whatsoever, just ad-libbing and making it all up as I go. And fast forward from, because this channel started November 11th, 2020. So 21, 22, 23, this channel has been around for 3 years. It's a baby channel. But the fact that this channel's only been around for 3 years, and yet we hit 1K, guys. It blows my mind. And I am sorry for stuttering and stuff, but it blows my mind that the fact that someone like me, who does not have any of the technology like other ASMR artists and who cannot digital draw to save her life and who doesn't have a fancy mic, the fact that I make the content that I'm able to the best of my abilities, and the fact that you people like it so much, it just makes me happy to hear. And I'm glad you guys enjoy my work. I definitely plan on making more content and more videos in the far distant future, and I even plan on making another book, my second book, in fact, because last year I became a published author, which my reaction video to unboxing the physical copies of my books is on YouTube. A lot has happened in the short sum of 3 years, and even when I was going through rough patches in my life and I wasn't in a good place, you guys, your love and your support just really meant the world to me, and it still does. Because honestly, I've undergone quite a few chapters in my life, and this chapter of my life has been the craziest and most amazing journey I've ever had. And I'm glad that I've been able to share it with you via my YouTube channel. Like I said, I have more content coming, definitely more ASMR, but I know I've been slacking lately with the series, The Storyteller's Corner, the live streams where I would read fairy tales to you. If you guys want me to make more of that, then just let me know in the comments below and I will reboot the series. But yeah, I just want to say thank you. Thank you so much for all your kindness, your love, and your support, and your comments, all your subscriptions, and all the comments you leave me, and the likes that you leave on my videos. They really mean the world to me. I know I say that a lot, but I do mean it. And I want you guys to know that I am grateful for each and every one of you, and that I appreciate every single one of you. You guys literally do mean the world to me. This channel wouldn't be at 1K without you guys. None of this would be possible without you. So, I'm glad you guys enjoy my work, and I hope you'll stick with me as the book Dragon's Lair continues to travel well through the future. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye! I can't believe it. 1,000 subs! Oh no!